There are people watching? Guys, it's like 9:34 a.m. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I'm actually supposed to be filming a video today, which is why my face is freshly washed. Um, and let me know if you think I should put on any eyeliner today. Do I feel like it? Maybe. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Like I said, it's a little bit after 9:30 a.m. right now. And about 36 hours ago at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday night, we started this starter. 6 grams of flour that was in a pinch bowl for 3 days in the fridge, so kind of gross. And then we added some New York City tap water. And then last night, as soon as I hopped off our live, after I said there was no activity, I saw that there were some tiny little bubbles. And guess what? Today, I don't know if you can see, but there are some tiny little bubbles, and you can see that it is rising. And last night, I gotta say, I don't know if it was like whatever I put in the jar before, but it smelled dank. Like it smelled like spoiled. And I was like, oh, June, I don't know, man. I don't know. But as with all things, sometimes time is a great equalizer, and it smells really nice and sweet today, which is the way that ripe starter is supposed to smell. A little bit acidic, a little bit vinegary. Sometimes it can smell like acetone if things are a little bit off, or if you used rye. In my experience, rye leads to more acetone. But before they escape, can you see the bubbles? Yeah, as soon as I tilt this, the bubbles will start to disappear. But that's what you want to see in a starter. When it starts becoming alive, it starts to basically look like what it looks like when you bloom your instant yeast and a little bit of sugar and water. It kind of foams up and it puffs up. And yeah, this starter, even though it is active now, is probably not very controlled in its activity. It will probably go through a lot of fluctuations over time, over the next week or so. But you know, like it's active, which means you can start using it. I just can't predict how good it is going to be in your loaf. It still smells a little spoiled. But I think I'm just going to keep this experiment going because it did smell sweet. Again, it's probably not a good idea, guys, to make starter out of flour that you've put your fingertips in. It's like literally kind of gross and germy. But I only make bad decisions sometimes, and that's okay because this is all in the name of experiment. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in maybe 5 more grams of flour and water just to keep that 100% hydration going, equal amounts of flour and water. The video that I'm filming today will involve a lot of spoons. So I have dug out almost all of my spoon collection. I keep my flour in the freezer just so that it is fresher longer. Sometimes flours, because there is a little bit of fat inside your wheat grains, they will go rancid, like nuts can, like any other grains can. Cornmeal will also go rancid. So if you know for sure you're not going to use it within the next 3 months, 6 months tops, you should probably chuck it in the refrigerator or freezer just to make sure that it stays fresher longer and you don't end up with sad, rancid grains. Oh look, I still have another spoon. Do I have a problem? Maybe. So 5 grams is about a teaspoon. I'm just gonna plop this in there. That was 4 grams. 4 grams is fine. We'll go in with 4 grams of water-ish. Oh God, no. Shit. That was 11 grams of water. Can we pour some out? 10 grams? I mean, this is not scientific anymore. It never was, guys. Alright, 8 grams. Let's just say that that's that. Great. And, you know, clumpy flour. There we go. There's that white balance. Good old cell phone footage, you know? Accessible to the everyman. Well, almost everyman. We're just gonna mix it in until it's thoroughly combined. And what people mean when you feed your starter is adding more flour and water, which is essentially food for the little bacteria and yeast colonies inside your starter. If you don't feed it flour, which has carbs and sugars and all the nutrients that it needs, it will die. It will start smelling super acidic, super like acetone, and it will die. This is probably not enough food to feed your starter because you're supposed to like dump out half of your starter and then feed it the original amount. What I'm doing is I didn't dump out any and I fed it like 75% of its original amount. So I'm not doing the starter properly, but we also started with a non-sterilized jar, which is a big no-no, and we started with like finger flour, which is just not a great idea, but I know y'all love train wrecks, so it's super liquidy right now. Usually after you feed your starter, it's supposed to be a little stiff. It only gets more liquidy as time goes on. So if it's already like a smoothie now, it's gonna be like vodka by the time we hit tonight, probably. But I'll see you guys tonight, okay? Tell me what I should be doing with my egg whites. Bye.